TGIF. A whole week spent waiting for one day. Close up shop and hit for the weekend, right? Well, for Casey Robertson, there's no need to wait until Friday. Oh, he has a job just like everyone else as a sales manager at Robertson Marine. But just because it's a regular weeknight doesn't mean that once the doors are locked, he has to go home and there is no fun to be had.
Working a hard day at work, instead of going home and doing more yard work, decided to come up here and do some boating before the sun went down. And in the summertime, we got plenty of time to do that. It's great to just get up here during the week because it's not crowded. There's hardly anybody here.
Concessionaire at Jordanelle Reservoir, Bart Papworth, agrees.
We see more and more people doing the weekday after work, evening, throughout the summer.
It's such a short distance. You can make it up there in 45 minutes, get on the lake, spend 2 or 3 hours, load back up, come home.
We'll come up with the family, like today, where we all decided to get together. Brought a couple different boats.
Casey, along with his father, Don Robertson, his family, and some longtime family friends, which includes AYL host Chad Booth, has come to a nearby lake to enjoy a summer evening. In this case, it's Jordanelle State Park in northern Utah. A small lake, but one with very big amenities, and just a stone's throw from Salt Lake.
Here at Jordanelle, they offer a great indoor storage service, which would be ideal for during the week boating, because you can just send the family up here while you're at work still, and they'll launch the boat for them. You can just come up here in your car and let these guys do all the work for you.
I believe that you would have to go to Lake Powell or to the actual coast in order to find the facilities that we have here at Jordanelle.
When it comes down to it, however, there are plenty of options all along the Rockies to take a quick post-work water getaway.
Doesn't really matter where you live in the Mountain West. I mean, if you live in Las Vegas, you're 30 minutes away from water. You live in Salt Lake, you got a wonderful facility like Jordanelle. And when you're that close to water, it makes that afternoon thing just perfect. What a way to live a life.
These Robertson family get-togethers are fairly common, since they love boating enough to do it for a living. Don started the business 50 years ago, and it's still going strong, with second and third generations. Their love of boating has spilled out beyond their immediate family, and their influence has inspired others to plot a course to the water in their own lives.
The central parts of my adult life have tied around things that the Robertsons do.
Well, I met Chad, that's been quite a few years ago, but I went to him and I told him, I said, Chad, we're making commercials and putting them on TV. We just don't seem to be getting anywhere. Why don't you come up with some kind of a show that we can do and maybe involve some other dealers and make boating a lifestyle for Utah, which it should be.
Corby and I went out on our first date. It was a double date with Ann and Don Robertson. We drove all the way to Lake Powell. We had lunch on their boat. That was our first date. They live their lives around the water, and if anybody wants to learn how to really get a boating lifestyle, just hang around a Robertson for a while.
Instead of waiting for the weekend to bring time to enjoy the water, the Robertsons proved that there is no need to put off a good lake trip with the family. You don't need to find the time, you just need to make the time. Everything else is already taken care of for you. This has been the Robertson mantra for 50 years.
The family's more important than a lot of the things maybe you might be thinking you need to do.
If you took your whole family and put them into a small room, you probably get on each other's nerves pretty quick. But if you take that same family and put them into a small boat, they have a great time the whole time they're on there. And everybody's happy and having a good time.
From the trailhead, I'm Joe Lee.